There is nothing in the affidavit of the investigating officer to even remotely suggest that there would be any risk in releasing you on bail. There has been no conditions that have been submitted, and I don't think I could, but I don't think in this case there are any reasons or basis for me to impose any conditions on you with regard to your release on bail. There was exceptional circumstances which I considered in terms of Section 60, I think it is subsection 4 of the Criminal Code. It must meet the requirement of the interest of justice, and the interest of justice is a valued judgment that the court takes into account, having various, or taking into account the various factors enumerated by the legislature. So the legislature has gone to the extent of prescribing what is not in the interest of justice. For example, if you were to interfere, there's a likelihood that you would interfere with state witnesses, with investigation. But there is a total absence of any such factors or circumstances which have been placed before me. So I accept that your whole host of favorable circumstances, coupled with the attitude of the state and whatever you've disclosed in your affidavit, those exceptional circumstances do, in the interest of justice, permit your release on bail. I am also obliged in terms of Section 60, subsection 9, to take into account a whole host of circumstances or factors. For example, the need for you to consult with your legal representative. When is it likely that the matter would indeed proceed to trial, if it does indeed proceed to trial? These are all factors which the legislature has enumerated that the court must take into account. So considering the matter holistically, I am satisfied then that those exceptional circumstances do, in the interest of justice, permit your release on bail. Regarding the, just on those factors, if I may just mention that the bail legislation, one is, it's not geared towards making factual conclusions, but when they amended the bail legislation in 1998, it was designed for the court to make an informed prognosis of what is likely to happen and not happen. And in view of all the circumstances placed before me, I can see nothing negative in releasing you on bail. The amount of 3,000 rand was suggested. I think, although not directly implicit in the submissions by the state, is that perhaps it has some degree of symbolism attached to it. I don't think the court should be in the business of making orders which are symbolic. We should be dealing with the matter as the facts appear before us, and having invited the parties to make a submission thereon. I therefore decline to fix an amount of bail. In terms of Section 72 of the Criminal Procedure Act, I think all the circumstances in this case point to you being released on warning in terms of Section 72 of the Act.
As copies, Joseph, I have an indictment which needs to be served upon the accused. The date for transfer to the High Court is 20th March 2025.
Thank you. Have we served that on the group? That I've got the copy.
The other one.
So for the purposes of record, the indictment, which include the summary of the substantial facts consisting of 5 paragraphs, and the list of witnesses, is marked Exhibit C. And I confirm, Ms. Zuma-Sambudla, do you confirm that you've received the indictment? Okay, and it contained the summary of substantial facts and the list of witnesses. Thank you very much. I confirm that it has been duly served. And don't we have a notice of trial as well when we serve it?
The notice of trial is attached to the copy that is given to
Oh, it's not on this copy?
No.
All right. So, Ms. Zuma-Sambudla, the matter is transferred to the Durban High Court, which is currently just housed in the opposite end of this building. I see there's no court specified, but I'm sure Mr. Mpofu will assist in that regard. For the 20th of March this year, at 8:30, the matter is being postponed as a provisional date. So depending on what happens, and the matter will then be adjourned either for a pre-trial and then a trial, but depends what happens. But please report to court at the Durban High Court on the 20th of March this year at 8:30. Should you fail to appear, a warrant for your arrest will be authorized, and you may then be kept in custody pending finalization of this matter. Do you understand, Ms. Zuma-Sambudla? Do you understand? Thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Mpofu, anything?
Your Worship, I'm afraid there is just a small matter. Your Worship, yes, we've just now been served with the indictment.
Yes.
And I know that the decision on bail has been made, Your Worship, but since this is a matter of public interest, I would like to remark on the fact that this so-called terrorism charge, Your Worship, seems to be out of sync with what my learned friend says was the complaint. According to him, the complaint was as incitement to public violence and the incitement to malicious injury to property. So it's just to say, Your Worship, once again, at the appropriate forum, the issue of malice will be dealt with, because it's not clear now where the terrorism came from. It seems to be just a need to create drama and to elevate this to a Schedule 6 offense artificially. And I'm not, again, accusing my learned friend personally, but as a matter of concern, it has to be said that this whole business smells with something fishy.
Mr. Mpofu, yeah, I think those issues, Mr. Gengia, you intend to bring or make representation to the National Director. Although it has been authorized by the National Director, we obviously know that when representations are made, it includes representations by the accused, as opposed to just considering the state's case. So that's always at your disposal, but it can be sorted out in due course.
Accept that.
With respect to your worship, I think that I would like to reply to a certain submission by my colleagues that these things were escalated. Your worship, sometimes the complainant may make a charge and say, somebody has come to my house and done something. Further investigations reveal that he had a firearm in his possession. It doesn't mean we can't charge him with firearm. The complainant said one thing, the investigation revealed that it was an act of terrorism. That is why there's a bad case. I think we mustn't now try, because the media is present, to play.
No, I understand, but I think what I've suggested would be the ideal. Make those representations.
We accept that.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, thank you, Ms. Zuma-Sambudla. 20th of March, Durban High Court, Upper Said, released on warning. I'm indebted to all of you for having worked through the short adjournment. Thank you.